Hello and welcome inside the high school huddle along with Ronnie Phillips, Phil Nichols. I am Chris Evans. We get ready for the 2024 season, especially a fun Class 4A campaign. Today we take a look at the Ada Cougars, but first, let's hear from our title sponsor, Red River Roofing.
Nothing revitalizes your home faster than new siding. Transform your house into your dream home with Red River Roofing Siding and Windows. Call today for a free inspection.
The Ada Cougars, 11-2 a year ago, made the state semifinals. Named their head coach, Wade Boyles, got the job back in March. He's the longtime defensive coordinator there. I think he spent some time in Pontotoc County as its Class 4A schedule, or Class 4A overall, is a tough slate. But the Ada Cougars, one of those top teams in the top 4. I've seen some in the top 3. But the Cougars return a lot of players this year and expect to make another deep playoff run.
Yeah, 10 coming back on offense, 8 on defense. Really saw now. This is a team last year that won 4 games by 7 points or less. I mean, so they were in some tough ball games last year. Had a great year, that 11-2 campaign, best record they've had, I believe, since 2016. But just a really good football team. You never know. You got a new head football coach. Of course, he's not new to the program, so that'll bode well for him. And I believe the starting quarterback might even be the new head coach's son, a kid that threw for about 2,000 yards, 22 touchdowns last year. Offensively, they're going to be led by a kid at wide receiver Yante Lindsay. He's got 3 or 4 or 5 Division I offers, Texas Tech, Utah, those kind of programs.
He's actually committed to Tech.
Committed to Tech, so a very, very solid football player. So they'll be able to get it done. But anytime you got 10 starters coming back on offense and 8 on defense on a club that went 11-2, you're feeling pretty good about yourself going in to the season. Yeah,
Lindsey, Texas Tech, 51 tackles. He's a 3-sport star and receiver, almost 900 yards receiving, 13 touchdowns as well. So he'll be the primary offensive weapon and the defensive weapon for the Ada Cougars with their first-year head coach. Take a look at the schedule for the Cougars, and they started off with 3 5A programs, and we see a lot of 4A, 5A in the first 3 games of the non-district. 4A is so good they can go up to Class 5A, and Class 5A can go down to 4A and play someone really, really good. So we see a lot of the 4A, 5A matchups in the non-district. But there you see Durant, Ardmore, and McAllister. And then when you kind of get into district play, which, Ada really dominated last year in the district 4A4. But they will have to go through Poto, which is the first game right off the bat. So respect to all the schools, but we're going to know who's going to finish number 1 and number 2 in 4A4 after the second week of district play.
Yeah, and I think, this is now last year they took it to Poto 40-7, but and the club come back, Poto will be looking for some revenge there. Broken Bow was a great game last year, 28-27. Ada was able to get out of there with the win in that early November ball game last year. But I think it's kind of the same deal. Broken Bow, Hillsdale was a 7-0 game last year. Stillwell was a 7-0 game last year. So had some tough ball games. But again, I think with those 10 starters on offense back, 8 on defense, I think they're in pretty darn good shape.
I think with the starters and on both sides, I think that's going to be the difference, right? Yeah. I mean, they've been in those close games. They've won those games, so I wouldn't expect anything less. If there is a hiccup, I think it could be against McAllister. That's why I have them going 9-1, but they can easily be a 10-0 game. And I think it's going to come down to Salisol in that week 10 for the district title. Yeah,
and I've got them going 9-1 as well. It is the McAllister game, I think, as well. It might trip them up early on, but there are 2 or 3 ball games in district play that could go either way. I'm hanging my hat on all those 18 returning starters, that core of a football team. Boy, I tell you, that's a lot of football games. They got to play last year. They played, what would that be, 11 games, 12 games last year? You play in 12 football games, that means a lot at the high school level, getting that many snaps in under the Friday night lights. So I think Ada is going to go 9-1.
It is hard to go undefeated, which I have the Cougars going undefeated at 10-0, and for all the reasons why you guys said the 18 returning stars, McAllister graduates a lot, Poto graduates a lot as well. So Ada will have the advantage as far as the numbers. Now getting to the end zone, holding the other teams, another story on any given Friday or Thursday night. So tough to go 10-0, but I got the Cougars going there. I think they got a lot of momentum going The coaching change a little bit. I think defensively they stay the same.
Yeah.
We'll see how they look offensively with the new coach. But it's always good. Teams can have those longtime assistants bump up and keep the continuity together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, I think that's a non-issue, right? I think because of those reasons, they'll be fine.
I think anytime Ada, all the gold balls in their trophy case that they've had over the year, I think 4A is always good when is good. He's even better even this year with Ada up there up top as well.
Ada, come on, you got Carl Alberts coming up on you quickly.
Nipping at your heels.
Football titles. You won a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Brandon Daniels won a bunch of them down in Ada town.
Yeah.
But you got a chance this year. You got a tough 4A slate, but
Don't let Carl Albert catch you.
yeah,
Don't want to hear it.
coming quick. Carl Albert's coming quick. We invite you to watch the High School Huddle all season long. Every Wednesday night of the entire football season, we start at 6 o'clock on our YouTube channel right here on Second Banana Media. Be sure to subscribe, like, and click the bell so you can be notified. You don't have to wait around. You can get notified when we go live. It's an interactive show, so you can leave your comments on your top 5, your top players, your top game, your favorite play. Whatever you want to talk about, we'll do it right here every Wednesday night. Best of luck to the Ada Cougars in a fun Class 4A season. We'll talk to you next time here on the High School Huddle.